Hi, my name is Gary Miller on behalf of Floodmark Literary Magazine, here to celebrate National Poetry Month. I'm going to get drunk and read Shakespearean Sonnets. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to read the first one, sober, and then I'm going to get continually drunk and keep reading them, and see how hard it is to read poetry while I get drunk off whiskey. Let's do this. Get on my reading glasses here. Alright. From fairest creatures we desire increase, that thereby beauty's rose might never die. But as the riper should by time decrease, his tender air might bear his memory. But thou contracted to thine own bright eyes, feedst thy light's flame with self-substantial fuel, making a famine where abundance lies, thyself thy foe, to thy sweet self too cruel. Thou that art thou, now the world's fresh ornament, and only herald to the gaudy spring. Within thine own butt buries thy content, and tender churl makes waste and niggarding. Pity the world, or else this glutton be, to eat the world's due by the grave in thee. That's one. When 40 winners shall besiege thy brow, and dig deep trenches in thy beauty's field, thy youth's proud livery, so gazed on now, will be a tattered weed of small worth held. Then being asked where all thy beauty lies, where all the treasure of thy lusty days, to say within thine own deep sunken eyes, were in all eating shame and thriftless praise, how much more praise deserved thy beauty's use, if thou couldst answer this fair child of mine, shall sum my count and make my old excuse, proving his beauty by succession thine. This were to be new made when thou art old, and see thy blood warm when thou feelst cold. Clearly you guys can tell I'm a great reader. Great reader. I used to read aloud in class all the time. I feel like I'm in college again. Okay. Yeah, let's make more. Look in thy glass and tell the face thou viewest. Now is the time that that face should form another, whose fresh repaireth now thou not renewest. Thou dost beguile the world unless some mother, for where is she so fair whose uneared womb disdains the tillage of thy husbandry? Or who is he so fond will be the tomb of this self-love to stop posterity? Thou art thy mother's glass, and she in thee calls back the lovely April of her prime. So thou, windows of thine age, shalt see, despite of wrinkles, this thy golden time. But if thou live, remember not to be, die single, and thine image dies with thee. Fuck yeah! Those hours that with gentle work did frame the lovely gaze where every eye doth dwell, will play the tyrants to the very same, and that unfair which fairly doth excel. For never resting time leads summer on to hideous winter and confounds him there. Sap checked with frost and lufty leaves quite gone. Sorry, Shakespeare. Back to reading. Beauty o'er, snowed and barrenness everywhere, then were not summer's distillation left, a liquid prisoner pent in walls of glass. Beauty's effect with beauty were bereft, nor no remembrance what it was, but flowers distilled, though thy with winter meet, these but with their show, their substance still live sweet. Woo! Some of you at home are like, oh, that's not much. I haven't drank in a while. I'm what you'd call soft. I was a former professional drunk and coming out of retirement. Right. Then let not winter's ragged hand effaced, in thee thy summer air thou be distilled. Make sweet some vial, treasure thou some place, with beauty's treasure ere it be self-killed. That use is not forbidden usury, which happies those that pay the willing loan, that for thyself to breed another thee, or 10 times happier, be it 10 or 1. 10 times thyself were happier than thou art. If 10 of thine 10 times refigured thee, then what could death do if thou shouldst depart, living thee living in posterity? Be not self-willed, for thou much art too fair to beat death's conquest. Make words like there. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Then let not winter's ragged hand deface in thee thy summer ere thou be distilled. Make sweet some vial, treasure thou some place, with beauty's treasure ere it be self-skilled. That use is not forbidden usury, which happies those that pay the willing loan. That's for thyself to breed another thee, or 10 times happier, be it 10 for 1. 10 times thyself were happier than thou art. If 10 of thine 10 times refigured thee, then what could death do if thou shouldst depart? Leaving thee living in posterity, be not self-willed, for thou art too much fair to be death's conquest and make worms thine heir. Fuck! Low in the orient, when the gracious light lifts up his burning head each under eye, doth homage to his new appearing sight, serving with looks his sacred majesty. And having climbed the steep up heavenly hill, resembling strong youth in his middle age, yet mortal looks adore his beauty still, attending on his golden pilgrimage. But when from highmost pitch with weary car, like feeble age he relieth from the day, the eyes, fortuitous, now converted are, from his low tract and look another way, so thou, thyself outgoing in thy noon, unlooked on deest, and wouldst thou get a son. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Alright. Number 8. Reading. Music to hear, why hear'st thou music sadly? Sweets with sweets war not, joy delights in joy. Why lovest thou which thou receivest not gladly, or else receivest with pleasure thine annoy? If the true concord of well-tuned sounds by unions married do offend thine ear, they do not sweetly chide thee who confounds in singleness the parts that thou shouldst bear. Mark now, one string, sweet husband to another, strikes each and each by mutual ordering, resembling sire and child and happy mother, who all in one pleasing note do sing, whose speechless song being many, seeming one, sings this to thee, thou single, will prove none. I'm at the 9th poem. Is it for fear to wed a widow's eye that thou consumest thyself in single life? Ah! If thou issueless shalt have to die, the world will thee like a makeless wife. The world will be thy widow and still weep that thou no form of thee hast left behind, when every private widow will keep by children's eyes her husband's shape in mind. Look, what an unthrift in the world doth spend, shifts but his place, for still the world enjoys it. But beauty's waste hath in the world's an end, and kept unused, though user so destroys it. No love toward others in that bosom sits, that on himself supped murderous shame commits.